Furthermore, you saying that he's played pickleball when it was affirmed he was in the clinic last week, so wasn't out for quite a long time, that is all there is to it. So I'm as yet not completely leaned to try and accept this until we see and hear from Jamie. I trust what she's talking about is valid, and she's simply running obstruction for anything Corinne Foxx as of late took to virtual entertainment to answer the gossip plant that has been producing covers her dad at 100 miles an hour. Yet there's been a contort in the tale. It is presently being conjectured that Corinne is lying about James being released from the emergency clinic. She likewise once offered something that truly caused a commotion back on Jimmy Kimmel Live to You Watch. And you keep up in light of the fact that I could do without to see him on late night, since as he humiliates me, yes. In an Instagram story, Corinne composed update from the family, miserable to perceive how the media goes crazy. My father has been out of the emergency clinic for a really long time, recovering. As a matter of fact, he was playing pickleball yesterday. Gratitude for everybody's requests and support. We have a thrilling work declaration coming 1 week from now. To her words conveyed a quality of preventiveness, as though she was attempting to close down the cynics who scrutinized reality behind her proclamations. Remember, this is the thing T.K. Kirkland said about Jamie's condition. It was in my 63 years on this planet. He had hypertension. He was in a trance-like state for 7 days. Stand by. So Jamie was in a trance-like state for 7 days. He wasn't coming for 7 days. When was this? That is the point at which he originally went in. He was. And he had quite recently awakened. So he was out for 7 days. Jamie Foxx's hospitalization has been covered in secret. From the beginning, when Corinne at first uncovered the health-related crisis on April 12th, expressing that her dad had encountered an unexpected problem, it left individuals considering what precisely had occurred, while speedy activity and extraordinary consideration were supposed to help his recuperation. Murmurs of uncertainty began to flow. Clashing reports about Fox's condition added fuel to the wariness, albeit most records guaranteed he was recuperating. One source indicated a more desperate result, prompting hypotheses and murmurs of most pessimistic scenario situations. Maybe individuals are hesitant to fully trust Corinne's words, scrutinizing the genuine degree of her dad's not entirely set in stone. To dissipate any questions, explicitly tended to a report from Radar that suggested a more distressing reality. She expected to subdue the pessimism encompassing her dad's circumstance. Yet the web wasn't willing to allow things to go unnoticed. With such ease, one Twitter client brought up how one day Jamie Foxx is on his deathbed now. Corinne is saying this, and was playing pickleball yesterday. Another client directly up called it cap. Corinne is telling an obvious lie. Yet that is the private concern, as per sources with direct information who let the cat out of the bag to TMZ. Everything began that critical morning of April 10, 2023. Jamie Foxx confronted an unexpected health-related crisis that necessary him to be raced to the clinic. The seriousness of his condition was obvious from the way that his family, including numerous who came from away, assembled at the medical clinic to be close by. This well-being alarm wasn't whenever Foxx first had been open about his battles in a 2018 meeting with Hit Bounce Hollywood. He truly talked about his own fight with substance misuse, connecting with Kanye West's encounters. Foxx said, "When Kanye discussed the medications, the psychological medications, I've had an episode of that. Foxx's hospitalization additionally comes closely following a detailed breakdown on the arrangement of his movie back in real life, as announced by The Sun on Walk 15, 2023. Creation briefly stopped, and 4 people were purportedly terminated after Foxx had a total implosion on set. An insider shared there have been some issues on set, and James has had a significant implosion over it. All he requested the issues be arranged right away and sacked for the creation staff, as though that would supernaturally advance the circumstance. It appears as though pressures were running intense, and Foxx's response left some doubting his lead and prevalence on set. Yet stand by, there's more. The day-to-day Mail announced that a representative dealing with the movie endeavored to include Fox in a $40,000 trick. This equivalent individual could have been connected to past endeavored tricks, focusing on other rich big names. Things took a serious turn when the police were purportedly gotten back to the arrangement of in real life. Because of the Fox dust-up, an insider uncovered this movie has been somewhat of a horrible. There have been a ton of deferrals, particularly with the weather conditions, thanks to shooting outside in London. In winter, yet the most recent issue is a smidgen more vile. The source proceeded with it. Seems as if they attempted to propose a Rolex watch as a feature of the arrangement, yet presently there's an examination concerning all that going on. Individuals will be happy when this thing at long last wraps. It seems like this movie has had its reasonable portion of highs and lows, leaving even Fox's companion, Cameron Diaz, feeling the heaviness of the show and conflict. No big surprise, she resigned regardless of the unrest encompassing the movie. Late paparazzi photographs got by the day-to-day mail showed Diaz and Fox back on set, prepared to jump into a few extreme scenes as the cameras clicked away, demeanors and the shock on their faces plainly. The show should continue regardless of the difficulties they confronted. Was it maybe James' lead that drove somebody to trick him and thusly trigger an unexpected issue? It's positively conceivable. On April 17, 2023, an inside source uncovered to CNN that Fox was still in the clinic, proceeding with his recuperation. The source let the cat out of the bag, saying they're running tests, yet attempting to sort out what precisely happened in the meantime. Individuals magazine affirmed his hospitalization, yet furnished a hint of something to look forward to, with another source expressing that he was consistently further developing the chaotic ride of vulnerability moves. Quick ahead to April 21, 2023, when Individuals magazine came through with one more update, as per their source Fox's Oak. Yet the excursion to recuperation actually finds him bound to an emergency clinic bed. The source shouted he's okay, thanks to God. He's still in the clinic and specialists are running tests, yet he's conscious and ready. They're holding him under perception. Nigel Smith, a senior news proofreader at Individuals, shed some light on the circumstance during a Decent Morning America report. He uncovered that Fox had been encouraged to keep his feelings of anxiety down once he leaves the emergency clinic. Anyway, the specific delivery date stays a secret. Nigel stressed they need to ensure that he is entirely steady when they truly do ultimately deliver him. Yet stand by, we have more understanding from. In all honesty, Scratch found himself in an elite meeting with diversion. This evening Ordnance shared a report on Fox's advancement spilling over with Energy Group communicated. Then man, I'm supplicating you see, I posted on Instagram. I in a real sense have been expressing petitions to God, without holding back uplifting statements for my older sibling. The connection between them is obvious as standard insinuated a unique blessing he has coming up for Fox. Without uncovering the subtleties at this time, I can't actually get out whatever it is. Nevertheless, it'll be out there soon. Group prodded, adding he's conscious. They say he's ready, so we love it. The help and love from Ordnance and fans all over the planet are filling Fox's recuperation process, talking about Instagram ordinances. Recognition for Fox when the news broke was out and out ardent. He took to the stage, sharing an elevating message, petitioning heaven, changes things, living confirmation, we should all talk total, and all-out recuperation for the most skilled human on Earth, with a soul greater than this little planet. On May 3, 2023, TMZ sources uncovered that our darling star is still in the clinic, asking fans all over to participate in supplication for his prosperity. And in one more arrangement of unforeseen development, it was additionally revealed that Fox won't effortlessness our screens as the host of the charging game show Beat Shazam this season. Yet stand by, there's more. On May 3, 2023, the man himself, Jamie Foxx, ended his quietness and contacted his fans through an Instagram post spilling over. With appreciation, he communicated value all the affection feeling, honored the generous flood of help from his reliable devotees, probably been a consoling sight for Fox during his difficult excursion in a subsequent Instagram story. He even got some margin to yell out his dear companion Scratch Cannon, who has moved forward to supplant him as the host of Beat Shazam. Currently clutch your seats on the grounds that the situation starts to get interesting. You can plainly see even Jamie's VIP buddies saying he was in the emergency clinic until last week. Prior Radar Online detailed that Jane wouldn't be as yet be in the medical clinic on the off chance that he was truly ill. The specialist didn't have an idea about what was the deal with him until a couple of days prior, and presently out of nowhere, he's been let out of clinic. How could it be conceivable that he's been out of the medical clinic throughout recent weeks when each and every report said something else? Are they all lying? There's certainly something off-putting happening here. One client brought up above all else, this is incredible news. Jamie Foxx is a legend, yet the way in which the damnation does the media hit this so off base. I don't get it. One more tweet discussed how Jamie Foxx, bare-headed ass girl, ought to have been said he was out that clinic. What do you think? Let us in on in the remarks that isn't supportive today. Gratitude for observing.